All right, Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to Lekman out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and truth and sincerity. All right, and this lesson is going to be entitled, The Prophet Shall Be Taken in Great Number. All right, and this pertains to this new operation, Jade Helm 1-5. Okay, and this operation in which Esau is conducting, this is for all those that are on the red list, i.e. the prophets, So this bill is mainly for us. And this to let you brothers know that Esau is coming, man. Sooner than we think. Esau is coming. Because we know that the prophecies are rolling around faster and faster day in and day out. And the Lord said, when it shall come, it shall not tarry. And things are heating up between America versus Russia. Nuclear threats are being made back and forth. Nuclear drills are being conducted. America's damn near on Russia's doorsteps with their military and their armed troops and things of that nature. Okay, you got Iran once again, a few days ago, chanting out death to America, okay, and threatening the U.S., threatening various countries, okay, and we know that before, World War III really gets into high gear, that martial law will be established. But even before martial law established, they have the snatch and grab of the red list, which is dealing with mainly the prophets. Okay, so they're going to come for us right before martial law is declared, and that's what this bill, or that's what this operation is getting into. So they're preparing with this bill this year, all right, and they just added it's 8 states, and they just added 2 more states unto this drill, which is in the summertime. They just added Mississippi, and they added Florida. Okay, so we got to stay on our watch, and we got to know that these the Lord said that now is the high time that we got to sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe. So we got to constantly be on this thing, because it's about that time, where we could get snatched up any day. So we got to be prepared in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. So I got this article here from Dave Hodges, the Common Sense Show, and it reads: The Jade Helm 1-5 drill is a martial law, civil war, and red list extraction drill. All right, I'm not going to read this whole article. It's pretty long. I'm going to just skip around at certain points and bring out some edification on it. And I'll put, Lord willing, I'll put the link in the description so you brothers can read it if you want to on your own. All right. So it says, from July 15th to September 15th, 2015, the U.S. Army Special Operations Command is conducting a massive military drill in an area covering the entire American Southwest. Further, this drill is also about martial law being used as a preventative measure in states which might lean toward civil war against the United States government, i.e. California, Nevada, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. The operational elements and impact of Jade Helm 1-5 cannot be considered in isolation. A careful analysis reveals how this drill is connected to the Army policies associated with confinement of detainees in what is commonly called FEMA camps. This drill is undoubtedly the most frightening thing to occur on American soil since the Civil War. All right, and and it speaks in 2nd Esdras about what it shall be greater times than have never faced the earth, and that's what we're about to enter. The time of Jacob's trouble. All right, so it says, Red Dawn or martial law preparations. Jade Helm's purpose defined. Jade Helm is a challenging 8-week joint military and interagency unconventional warfare exercise conducted throughout Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, Nevada, Utah, and Colorado. And as I said, they just added 2 more states, which is Mississippi and Florida. All right. So I'm gonna jump down to here. It says this is a massive rehearsal for martial law implementation, as well as implementing the proverbial and much rumored red and blue list, okay, and the snatch and grab extraction of key resistance figures from the independent media, as well as uncooperative political figures. The various provisions of Jade Helm make it clear just how dangerous this drill truly is. All right, so I'm scrolling down. It says Thomas Meade, the operations planner for the U.S. Army's Jade Helm Realistic Military Training has publicly stated that we have Army Green Berets, Navy SEALs, Marine Special Operations Command, and the 82nd Airborne Division, and we also have some of our interagency partners such as the DEA, FBI, and the Joint Personnel Recovery Agency that will be working with us. Right, so they got all these top different government factions coming together for what? One purpose. That's how you have to know that this is a very serious matter. These are top government factions, and especially those of the Army Green Berets. If you brothers remember a video a while back from Dan Dallas Page, you know, he mentioned that he was a Green Beret, and when they come in, they just straight kill us, man. You know, that's what they're there for, all right? So they got all these top factions here for what? The implementation of the snatch and grab right before martial law, all right? So, scrolling down here, it says, it is the latter duty that has me concerned, as there has been much discussion over the execution of a red list in which key resistance figures would be kidnapped and dealt with in advance of the implementation of martial law. A detailed analysis of the language of Jade Helm has convinced me that we are looking at the implementation of the snatch and grab of key resistance figures to the coming martial law. My sources have told me that in past drills of this nature, red list extraction troops are helicoptered in the early morning hours, 3 a.m., land, offload personnel, and extract the intended target SWAT team style. All right, and it's the scene from the recruit that shows exactly, you know, basically how they do it or something similar to it. All right, and you know also when you go into the red and the blue list, you got the red, the yellow, and the blue list. All right, it says what? And matter of fact, Hillary Clinton just spoke on this as well. You know, Hillary Clinton, she got into the fact that you know, there should be adult camps, and based on the terminology and things that she used, what she basically was getting into is these FEMA camps, all right, and also re-education camps for adults. That's basically the terminology in which she used, reading between the lines. That's what she was talking about or referencing, all right.
Now, secondly, however, as I have gotten older, I have decided we really need camps for adults. And we need the kind of camps that you all run. I mean, really, where, you know, none of the serious stuff, none of the, you know, life-challenging stuff, more fun. I think we have a huge fun deficit in America. And we need to figure out how to fill that fun deficit, certainly for our kids, but also for the rest of us. You know, we need some reminder about life skills from time to time, maybe some enrichment, certainly some time outdoors, maybe actually spending time with people that we didn't know before.
So it says what for here? Red list. These people are the enemies of the NWO. They are leaders of patriot groups, outspoken ministers, outspoken talk show hosts, community leaders, and even net leaders. These people will be dragged out of their homes at 4 a.m. and will be taken to FEMA detention centers and killed. This will take place approximately 2 weeks before martial law is enforced. And you see, they don't want to mention us nowhere in here. You know, they keep us out of the fact because they don't want to shed more light upon us, all right? And it says blue list. These are also enemies of the NWO, but are followers of the red list folks. These people will be rounded up after martial law is in place and will be taken to the detention centers and re-educated. Various mind control techniques will be used on them. Most will not survive this. All right, Mr. Springmeyer was not specific on exactly who was on the blue list, but I would guess that people such as you and I are on that list. And right, these are in the blue list. These are all people that, you know, that follow basically the men of the Lord. Okay, different of these Edomites, you know, that be putting out news and different edification and things, and you know, different and other men and women of the 1/3, that won't be a part of the 144,000, but that will be a part of the 1/3 will be included in this because they're followers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, and a little more down here, to get to the point with the red and the blue list. It says the red list is for pickup and execution before unobtrusive preparations for martial law are initiated. The blue list is also for execution, but later, within 6 weeks of martial law declaration. When you get picked up on a red pickup, they'll take you from your home at night, probably around 4 a.m., and put you in a black van, then drive you to a helicopter waiting to fly you to an immediate point.
Hey, this looks like a good choke point.
Right.
Let's hide here and wait, okay?
Sure.
James!
Layla!
James! No! Oh! James! Let go!
There you will be loaded on to a big 64-passenger CH-47 Chinook helicopter and fly you to one of the 38 cities where you'll board the 747, 737, or 727. You may be taken straight to a red camp and executed. All right, so that's the point of the red list, and that's what this Jade Helm 15 is Slocky is getting into. All right, so going down on here. Okay, yeah, this is the main point right here, which I want to get into. All right, and this is Restricted U.S. Army Internment and Resettlement Operations Manual. Okay, and this was May 2nd, 2012. All right, and it says a civilian detainee is a civilian who is interned during armed conflict, occupation, or other military operation for security reasons, for protection, or because he or she is committed an offense against the detaining power. All right. The next section says the following draconian provisions are applied to detainees. All right. And it says develops PSYOP products that are designed to pacify and acclimate detainees or DCs to accept U.S. facility authority and regulations. Authors note PSYOP products such as the use of torture, such as waterboarding and sleep deprivation, gains the cooperation of detainees to reduce the number of guards needed, identifies malcontents, train agitators and political leaders within a facility who may try to organize resistance or create disturbances, develops and executes indoctrination programs to reduce or remove antagonistic attitudes, i.e. brainwashing of detainees. So this is the whole point of, the members that they're going to take with the blue list. Okay, they're going to be doing brainwashing tactics or taking you to re-education centers or re-education programs. And it's a couple scenes in, if you brothers ever watch the show Revolution, there's a couple scenes where they basically explain that. And just a quick pointer from it, they re-educate this dude. His name is Jason, and in that program they do all types of crazy things to him, which he tell his father and other people. And under his eyelid, they actually show the numbers that they put under his eyelid at the re-education center. And when they read, and when anybody reads those numbers into him, he basically goes into zombie mode, and he just attacks. He attacks on command because he's already programmed with the ways that America has set in him.
It is a curious question. What is Doyle doing way out here in the sticks?
He's building a re-education center. You wanna know what's in those barrels? Nothing. You know what's going inside them? Cadets. When we were punished, that's where they put us. 17, 18 hours at a stretch. Do you even care what they've done to me? They made me do God knows what. I don't remember. Who knows what else they can make me do? Dad, it scares the hell out of me.
We don't have time for this. Come on.
What, you want me to walk it off? You want me to tough it out?
Actually, yes. That's how I raised you.
You have any idea what that is? Yeah. We've seen one or two. That's what those sons of bitches did to me. That and a lot more.
All right, so these are the type of things that they're going to do unto those of the blue list. And they're going to re-educate you to make sure that you're on their side, that you're trying to gain cooperation of other people to be on their side, that you're going to basically snitch out the ones that is trying to come up against, you know, America or the resistance, okay? And it's another good movie for you brothers to check out. We got it on Netflix. It's called, it's with, Salakia. I forgot the name of the movie, but I'll post it up, you know, in post-production or whatever, all right? So, you're getting on here, and this is basically the link of what is going to get into. And it's going to get into the different factions and states, how they're going to be labeled, all right? And it says, the red states of Utah and Texas are listed as hostile states, as is part of Southern California. These states are not geographically contiguous. Subsequently, we are looking at Jade Helm 15 as being the suppression of civilian resistance. Matter of fact, I'll just remember the name of the movie. The name of the movie is Equilibrium, okay? The name of the movie is Equilibrium, and you can catch that on Netflix, okay? And they basically show you, you know, you have the government factions, how martial law is set up, and then they have those that are going up against the resistance, and they have a form of the chip, okay, in that movie, but they just use a needle and shoot you up with a serum, but that's symbolic for the chip within that movie Equilibrium, all right? So it says, the use of the 82nd Airborne is also suggestive of the fact that the authorities anticipate that there could be civilian militias rising up, perhaps in combination with veterans groups and possibly military units loyal to the citizens of the United States. The brown state of New Mexico is listed as leaning towards being hostile. The blue states of California, Nevada, and Colorado are listed as being loyal, permissive to military authority and martial law. The light blue state of Arizona is listed as unknown but leaning towards being friendly. So that's the breakdown of how they're going to have the composition of the states, so on and so forth, man. But you know, overall, you know, I just wanted to get this point across out there that brothers know that these times is very, very serious in which we're facing, you know, and this red list and this blue list, that's what they're preparing for next, all right? And it's mainly, you know, for us, the red list, to get us up out of here, you know, the prophets, the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, and this scripture I got here is Romans 11, I start at verse 2. The Most High have not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Wot ye not what the scripture saith of Elias, how he maketh intercession to the Most High against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets. And that's what Esau is coming to do. They coming to take out the prophets, man, execution style, right? They brought the firing squad back out there in Utah. It's official now. So what? They coming to kill the prophets, man, all right? And dig down thine altars. You know what? The altar is what when we out there prophesying. So what? The famine is the word is approaching us very soon. You know, they said what? Toward the end of this year, with the net neutrality and all of that, and they got the special task force for the internet. All right, so what? They're gonna be killing off the prophets with this red list, blue list thing, and it's Operation JM15. They digging down the altars, stopping us from speaking, you know, with the famine of the word and stopping the internet. All right. It says, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. So that's how it's going to feel, you know, when them times come, we might not be around other brothers. We might just be on our lonesome. So it's going to feel like we all alone out here, you know? All right, so verse 4 says, but what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? So in that time, what the Most High is going to speak unto you. You know what I'm saying? All right, and it says, I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed down to the knee, bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Even so, then at this present time also is there a remnant according to the election of grace. So right, so when that time comes, man, you know, they're going to be killing off a lot of prophets. You know, some of us not going to die. But the Lord, what? He's going to keep that remnant according to his election of grace that's not going to bow down to that chip when they placed in a concentration camp, when they placed in serious situations, man. All right? Okay, and I'm going to end this with this scripture. All right? And this is Luke 21 and 20. It says, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. And right, Jerusalem was a place at one point, and still is, but, you know, of the true people of the Lord, you know, the Israelites, the real Hebrew Israelites, Jerusalem signifies, you know, all the cities, the different places where Jake dwell at throughout the four corners of the earth. That's what Jerusalem signifies now. It signifies the people and the ghettos and the hoods of America and all across the four corners of the globe. All right. So all the different cities, you know, where Jake dwells at, you know, they're going to be compassed with armies, man. American armies, foreign troops, so on and so forth. All right. So it says, verse 21, then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter therein too. Right? And you know, like Apostle Tahar, he mentioned a good point. Like if you're in a major city or something and you know things are about to go down, what you gonna do? You just gonna stand there? Nah, you flee. You know, you go to somewhere else, man. You know? And like the dude Yash Karad that be exposing a lot on Illuminati, he said the same thing. He said because their main target is gonna be the major cities. So he said when them times come, you don't want to be in the major city. But we know through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai, however, you know, our lot may be, the Lord got us no matter what. But, you know, if you had the opportunity, you know, then you damn well better take it, you know, and be smart about it. You know, we got to deal with all wisdom, especially within those times, all right? So it says, verse 22, for these be the days of vengeance, what Esau's vengeance on us, man, to completely take us up out of here, man, that they've been waiting for, the time to put their hands on us, all right? That all things which are written may be fulfilled. Verse 24, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword. Okay, because you know, some of Jake, you know, especially some of the prophets, you ain't going to want to just go out and let them devils take you. So you'd rather be gunned down on sight, you know. Or then some of us, you know, through the spirit, if we got to get killed, you know, we're gonna be headed towards the guillotines, man. So all of that is what us falling by the edge of the sword, all right, and shall be led away captive into all nations. What? Because as I said, what, we in all different nations throughout the four corners of the earth. So now we're going to be taken captive, what, into these different concentration camps to be executed, man. All right. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Right. So, you know, these times are just real serious in which we facing, man. And we got to know, we got to pray for more faith, be more diligent in this thing, pray to the Lord. Hopefully that we can endure and we can be a part of that 144,000, man. And, you know, we got to constantly be in the spirit that things can go down any given day and constantly be occupied within these prophecies, man. You know, so that's pretty much all I wanted to bring out on this information here. So, you know, I hope this lesson was edifying, you know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Don't make brothers endure, you know, stay on your watch and, you know, keep on your toes, man, you know. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemi Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to Lekman out there doing his work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom and death to America.